Keek on the mic, Keek on the mic. Keek on the mic, Keek on the mic. People, this the intro. Sacramento, California, born and raised. And Antelope is where I spend most of my days. Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you also follow me on all my social media platforms to stay connected with all Keek on the Mic news. So, Bears fans, with about a month until the 2023 NFL Draft, rumors will start flying around all over the place in regards to the Chicago Bears plans for the number 9 overall pick. And today on the podcast, I wanted to share a huge rumor that I've been hearing about the Bears plans for the number 9 overall pick. And obviously that's been a huge development ever since we traded the number 1 overall pick to the Carolina Panthers. We moved all the way down to number 9. The big question for the Chicago Bears that's surrounding the Chicago Bears is what will they do with the number 9 overall pick? The rumor going around right now is that there are many people inside Halas Hall that are huge fans of offensive tackle Paris Johnson Jr. out of Ohio State, and that includes GM Ryan Poles, which is no surprise that Ryan Poles really likes Paris Johnson Jr. He's the offensive line guy, the offensive line guru, I like to call him, and he loves evaluating offensive line talent, so that is not a shock at all that Ryan Poles really likes Paris Johnson Jr. And also added to this rumor is that he is the leader in the clubhouse for the Chicago Bears pick at number 9 overall. Obviously, we need to take a step back and just realize that this is just a rumor. I'll repeat this again for the people in the back. This is just a rumor. There has been no final decision that has been made for the Chicago Bears selection at number 9 overall. But what I've been hearing and what people have been hearing inside Halas Hall is that there are many people that include GM Ryan Poles. They really like Paris Johnson Jr., and basically he is the man to beat for that number 9 overall selection in this upcoming 2023 NFL Draft. Once again, for the people in the back, so you guys don't attack me in the comment section, this is just a rumor, Bears fans. And if this is true, it's a no-brainer for the Chicago Bears to be interested in Paris Johnson Jr. at number 9 overall. We all know that the Chicago Bears have a massive need on the offensive line, especially at right tackle. They got to fill that hole. They didn't address it during the free agency period. So that means to me that they are going to look towards the draft to fill that massive hole at right tackle that we have on this offensive line. And Paris Johnson Jr. would be the perfect fit at right tackle for the Chicago Bears. When you look at Paris Johnson Jr., he does have the versatility to play on the left or the right side of the offensive line. So that is good for him and the Chicago Bears. Also, the one thing I want to bring up about Paris Johnson Jr., since we're talking about him, is that I absolutely love what he brings to the table. When you look at him, he's a massive 6'6", 313 pounds, also has really long arms, 36-inch arms. So he has all the measurables that you would want in a very elite offensive tackle, especially when you're looking at elite offensive tackles in the NFL. So he has all that going for him. But one thing I do really like about Paris Johnson Jr. is that he is also ultra athletic as well. So he has the perfect mixture of size, length, athleticism, and temperament that he brings to the position. So it's obviously a no-brainer why Ryan Poles would love a guy like Paris Johnson Jr. because he is everything that he wants in his offensive lineman. So it's obviously a no-brainer that Ryan Poles really likes Paris Johnson Jr. To add to all of this, he's also a former teammate of Justin Fields. So that's also a kind of a cool perk going for Paris Johnson Jr. In regards to the Chicago Bears being interested in him at number 9 overall, is that he already has a connection with Justin Fields and he knows how to block for a quarterback like Justin Fields. And that's why you kind of need athletic linemen, because with Justin Fields kind of rolling out or running around or running that wide zone scheme, you need those offensive linemen that can handle that, right? Offensive linemen that are athletic, offensive linemen that can get to the second level, offensive linemen that play with good temperament, and Paris Johnson Jr. Has all those qualities to be a very good offensive tackle in the NFL, and I think he can possibly be elite for years to come for the Chicago Bears offensive line. Another thing going for Paris Johnson Jr. is that he also had an excellent pro day showcasing his athleticism, and it's just rare for his size. Once again, he's 6'6", 313 pounds, 36-inch arms. So he's absolutely massive, and he moves around so fluid. He at the pro day, it was funny because he was just hopping around, backpedaling, sprinting forward. He just moves so fluid for a 6'6", 313-pound guy. And it definitely intrigued me a lot after watching the pro day. I know I've come on here before and said that I felt like Peter Skoronski was the better prospect. I take all those words back that I said after watching the combine, watching more tape, and after watching Paris Johnson Jr.'s pro day at Ohio State the other day. I take everything I said about Peter Skoronski being the better prospect back, because Paris Johnson Jr. Is elite. It pops out on tape. It popped out at the combine. It popped out at his pro day. He has rare athleticism for a guy that's 6'6", 313 pounds, and I have faith that he will be absolutely elite for years to come in the NFL. All in all, Bears fans, Paris Johnson Jr. would be the perfect right tackle for the Chicago Bears. Once again, like I mentioned earlier in the podcast, he does have that versatility to play both left or right tackle. For example, let's say Braxton Jones gets hurt, he can definitely slot in at left tackle as well. So that definitely would be really intriguing if I was Ryan Poles, that he can play both left or right. He has everything, once again, that Ryan Poles loves when he is looking for an offensive lineman, right? He is big, he's long, he's athletic, and he plays good, plays with a good play temperament as well. He is the total package, and I can understand why the Chicago Bears would be interested in Paris Johnson Jr. So I do want to mention this as well before I end today's episode of Kick on the Mic. Things can obviously change. At this moment, it's just a rumor. I think this rumor is true because, one, the Bears have a massive need at right tackle on this offensive line. Secondly, he's everything that Ryan Poles is looking for when he's looking for an offensive lineman for the Chicago Bears. So that makes a lot of sense, and it's just a perfect fit. So it's a no-brainer that Ryan Poles and the Bears would be interested in Paris Johnson Jr. at number 9. But obviously things can change from now to the start of the NFL draft. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I would not be mad at all with Paris Johnson Jr. being the pick at number 9 overall. I know that it fills a massive need. It wouldn't surprise me if Paris Johnson Jr. was the top of their draft board, and that's the guy they're targeting the whole time. Like I said, things can change. Maybe we get a very strong offer to move down again. Maybe we can move down a couple of spots and still land Paris Johnson Jr. Who knows? But all in all, it makes the most sense in the world if this rumor is true, that Paris Johnson Jr. is the leader of the clubhouse for the Chicago Bears pick at number 9 overall. And Bears fans, I would definitely be okay with this pick at number 9 overall. So let me ask you guys this. Would you guys be okay with the Chicago Bears selecting Paris Johnson Jr., offensive tackle, out of Ohio State with number 9 overall pick in the upcoming 2023 NFL Draft? Let me know down below in the comment section. Before I let you guys go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Kick on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. Better than that, back for all new Bears podcast right here on Kick on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it.